This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone.
Orange.
Me and Mohammed Oman Bangura, Minister of Youth Affairs. Liberty Online TV asks every Sierra Leoneans to follow online programs and with the ministry incessive. If we be part of the minister, if we be part of they ensure say we send the right message and one area than the way we will use, because when you use online TV, you will reach out every Sierra Leoneans across the country. Thank you very much.
Hello, Miss Salon people. Me na Prezo Kroma. I want to tell you say una always tune in to Liberty Online TV for the very best of information, entertainment, and education. The best online TV.
I'm Edwin, the Vice President of the 50-50 Group. I just want to encourage the viewers for stay tuned to Liberty Television.
Me na Victor Louis, Chairman of the Sierra Leone Premier League Board. I encourage you all for watch Liberty Online TV and for follow get all your news about sport and anything where they happen at Salon.
Of course, when I see Liberty Online TV, I was so touched because the country, say all the journalists that we did now better than journalists. Now people that we sabi ask questions. Now people that we elect this country. Now people that we know they back you because of your political background or who say you come out. Now people that always really hit the name and the question. Sierra Leoneans they don't miss them a lot. But when we see them back on Liberty Online TV, we get hope. Say we get people the way the old politicians they now to ransom. I tell you, thank you.
Mina Abdul Karim Kagu, popularly known as AKK. Mina the head of media for the Sierra Leone Premier League Board. I encourage Sierra Leoneans and follow Liberty TV Online as they get all the current and up-to-date information about waiting they happen inside sports and waiting they happen inside the country. So if you want to get correct information, up-to-date information, now go follow Liberty TV Online and promote that with young people like how we get this TV.
This comedian selfie, man of the people, for the people, by the people, aka the crop top barista. They live with the Liberty Online TV. Keep logging on to these guys. They are giving you quality content. Always read it online. Just search for Liberty Online TV. Now me say so. Order.
Hello viewers. Continue for stay tuned to Liberty Online TV for your news updates and development processes. Thank you.
Me and Mohammed Oman Bangura, Minister of Youth Affairs. Liberty Online TV asks every Sierra Leoneans to follow online programs and with the ministry incessive. If we be part of the minister, if we be part of they ensure say we send the right message and one area than the way we will use, because when you use online TV, you will reach out every Sierra Leoneans across the country. Thank you very much.
Hello, Miss Salon people. Me na Prezo Kroma. I want to tell you say una always tune in to Liberty Online TV for the very best of information, entertainment, and education. The best online TV.
I'm Edwin, the Vice President of the 50-50 Group. I just want to encourage the viewers for stay tuned to Liberty Television.
Me na Victor Louis, Chairman of the Sierra Leone Premier League Board. I encourage you all for watch Liberty Online TV and for follow get all your news about sport and anything where they happen at Salon.
Of course, when I see Liberty Online TV, I was so touched because the country, say all the journalists that we did now better than journalists. Now people that we sabi ask questions. Now people that we elect this country. Now people that we know they back you because of your political background or who say you come out. Now people that always really hit the name and the question. Sierra Leoneans they don't miss them a lot. But when we see them back on Liberty Online TV, we get hope. Say we get people the way the old politicians they now to answer. I say thank you.
Me na Abdul Karim Kago, popularly known as AKK. Me na the head of media for the Sierra Leone Premier League Board. I dey encourage Sierra Leoneans them follow Liberty TV Online as they get all the current and up-to-date information about wetin dey happen inside sport and wetin dey happen inside the country. So if you want to get correct information, up-to-date information, now for go follow Liberty TV Online and promote that with young people like how we get this TV.
This comedian selfie, man of the people, for the people, by the people, aka the crop top barista. They live with the Liberty Online TV. Keep logging on to these guys. They are giving you quality content. Always read it online. Just search for Liberty Online TV. Now me say so. Order.
Hello viewers. Continue for stay tuned to Liberty Online TV for your news updates and development processes. Thank you.
Me and Mohammed Oman Bango, Minister of Youth Affairs. Liberty Online TV they ask every Sierra Leoneans to follow online programs and with the ministry incessive. If we be part of the minister, if we be part of they ensure say we send the right message and one area than the way we will use, because when you use online TV, you will reach out every Sierra Leoneans across the country. Thank you very much.
Hello, Miss Salon people. Me na Prezo Kroma. I want to tell una say una always tune in to Liberty Online TV for the very best of information, entertainment, and education. The best online TV.
I'm Edwin, the Vice President of the 50/50 Group. I just want to encourage the viewers for continue for stay tuned to Liberty Television.
Me na Victor Louis, Chairman of the Sierra Leone Premier League Board. I dey encourage you all for watch Liberty Online TV and for follow get all your news about sport and anything where they happen at Salone.
Of course, when I see Liberty Online TV, I was so touched because the country, say all the journalists they already did. Now better journalists. Now people they always ask questions. Now people that will like this country. Now people that will not back you because of your political background or side informant. Now people that always really hit the name and the question. Sierra Leoneans they don't miss them a lot. But when we see them back on Liberty Online TV, we get hope. Say we get people the way the old politicians they now to answer. I say thank you.
Me na Abdul Karim Kago, popularly known as AKK. Me na the head of media for the Sierra Leone Premier League Board. I dey encourage Sierra Leoneans them follow Liberty TV Online as they get all the current and up-to-date information about wetin dey happen inside sport and wetin dey happen inside the country. So if you want to get correct information, up-to-date information, now for go follow Liberty TV Online and promote that with young people like how we get this TV.
This comedian selfie, man of the people, for the people, by the people, aka the crop top barista. They live with the Liberty Online TV. Keep logging on to these guys. They are giving you quality content. Always read it online. Just search for Liberty Online TV. Now me say so. Order.
Hello viewers. Continue for stay tuned to Liberty Online TV for your news updates and development processes. Thank you.
Me and Mohammed Oman Bango, Minister of Youth Affairs. Liberty Online TV they ask every Sierra Leoneans to follow online programs and with the ministry incessive. If we be part of the minister, if we be part of they ensure say we send the right message and one area than the way we will use, because when you use online TV, you will reach out every Sierra Leoneans across the country. Thank you very much.
Hello, Miss Salon people. Me na Prezo Kroma. I want to tell una say una always tune in to Liberty Online TV for the very best of information, entertainment, and education. The best online TV.
I'm Edwin, the Vice President of the 50/50 Group. I just want to encourage the viewers for continue for stay tuned to Liberty Television.
Me na Victor Louis, Chairman of the Sierra Leone Premier League Board. I dey encourage you all for watch Liberty Online TV and for follow get all your news about sport and anything where they happen at Salone.
Of course, when I see Liberty Online TV, I was so touched because the country, say all the journalists they already did. Now better journalists. Now people the way sabi ask question. Now people the way like this country. Now people the way know they back you because of your political background or who you come out. Now people they always really hit the main man. Sierra Leoneans they don't miss them a lot. But when we see them back on Liberty Online TV, we get hope. Say we get people the way the old politicians they now to ransom. I say thank you.
Me na Abdul Karim Kagbo, popularly known as AKK. Me na the head of media for the Sierra Leone Premier League Board. I dey encourage Sierra Leoneans them follow Liberty TV Online as them get all the current and up-to-date information about wetin dey happen inside sport and wetin dey happen inside the country. So if you want to get correct information, up-to-date information, now for go follow Liberty TV Online and promote that with young people like how we get this TV.
This comedian selfie, man of the people, for the people, by the people, aka the crop top barista. They live with the Liberty Online TV. Keep logging on to these guys. They are giving you quality content. Always read it online. Just search for Liberty Online TV. Now me say so. Order.
Hello viewers. Continue for stay tuned to Liberty Online TV for your news updates and development processes. Thank you.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Orange.
Good morning and welcome to the Liberty Breakfast Show, where they come to you live from the Liberty Online TV Facebook page and YouTube, where they powered by Orange Sierra Leone. We where they bring the program come to you this morning. My name na Khadija Bangura.
And me na Mabel Kaba. Good morning. Now this edition of the Liberty Breakfast Show, we go look at how governance and democracy go work as tool for peace and national cohesion na Salone.
Well, this and other issues them, then are the program for you this Thursday morning. Continue for share the program so that other persons will get opportunity for join the Liberty Breakfast Show. For help we talk about the theme for this morning, where na democracy and good governance, how we go use them as a tool for promote peace and national cohesion. We they get Valnora Edwin, when a good governance expert. And Seth, we dey join Professor Jimmy Kande, when a professor of political science, we go help we for look at how democracy and good governance go be a tool. Well, we go over now to Professor Jimmy Kande, where they with we via Zoom link. Good morning, Prof, and welcome to the Liberty Breakfast Show.
Good morning.
Good morning, Professor.
Yes, good morning. Can you hear
Professor,
me?
Yes, I can hear you. Good morning and welcome.
Okay, I can hear you all right.
Okay, good morning and welcome to the Liberty Breakfast Show.
Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure having you this morning. All right, as we tell on our list viewers, the topic we look at today na good governance and democracy, how go use them as a tool for promote peace and national cohesion. If people can remember, from after the 2023 general elections, lots of issues them don't they happen na Salone, Osai, plenty kuskas don't they happen. The latest one na the November 26th attempted coup where be happen na the capital city of Freetown. Well, Naime could get the professor of political science for can help we analyze some of the issues there. So this morning, Prof, let's go back to after the elections. Like I just mentioned, lot of issues then don't happen. From a political perspective, is it a political struggle or a governance struggle Salone they facing right now?
A political struggle is a governance struggle, and a political struggle, because politics tend for they drive everything in the country today. So in terms of governance and how you relate them to democracy, governance can either strengthen democracy or it can undermine them and weaken them. In fact, in the contemporary world, especially in our sub-region, the threats to democratic institutions, they come from elected governments as much as from the opposition. So yes, there's that struggle between incumbents and the opposition, and that struggle, they erode some of the democratic gains them where we be already make na Salone. One democratic gain will be make, for instance, na 2007, when an incumbent party, not a sitting president, but an incumbent party, lost election and hand over to the opposition party. But that very much unlike what happened recently na Liberia, where a sitting president now lost election and gracefully step aside and allow the winner for takeover. Very graceful, on his part, to win a lot of kudos that, as a result of that. So in the case of Liberia, this alternation of not only political parties, but, party leaders as a result of the ballot box go strengthen the democracy. I think that they're on a more progressive democratic trajectory compared, say, to we, for instance, because the election be much cleaner than we own. Outside the election then clean, and you go always get some people that will go doubt the outcome and so forth. But outside election then clean, it go strengthen democracy, and it also strengthen people and confidence in the ballot box. say where you want change government. Now the only mechanism that for change government, but that mechanism they for work, they're not for tamper with them. Results should not be flagrantly fraudulent, and if you lost, you are willing for step aside. So what we've seen in Liberia is an instance of elections potentially strengthen democracy. Is also an indication of an improvement in governance in the sense that the incumbent actually step aside, even concede before the electoral commissioner, announced the election. So when you
All
look
right,
at the
Prof.
interplay, okay,
Professor
sorry, go ahead.
Kande, you just make mention of something way very significant in the Salone case and that of Liberia, where they use as a case study in your analysis this morning. You make mention, firstly, say Salone they go through a political struggle, and also you make mention of the issues of elections. It go good for let viewers them get a clear explanation or analysis if now the spillover of the June 24 election lead Salone to this political struggle where say the country they go through.
I think the struggle precede the election. It continue after the election. You just can't pin it down to one particular date. If you want for link recent events to the election, I don't know, maybe it provided a pretext. But within this recent, I don't know if a coup attempt or mutiny or whatever you call it, waiting it really remind me of that the AFRC period. Attempted coup. Okay, call it what you will. It reminds me of the AFRC because now the same kind elements them for kind of unleash a reign of terror, now this country. So when you look at the AFRC coup na Salone history, that was a bad coup. But when you look at the MPRC coup, a lot of people then come out and celebrate that coup day, and even the incumbents now are part of that particular coup d'etat. So there are coups that are good. There are coups that are terrible. And the one we were O'Connor will have been very, very terrible. And waiting perhaps given that inclination for engage in such reckless behavior, perhaps now the election we will just hold, where the outcome pretty much a lot of people then doubt them. So you really want a system in which even the one the way one doubts the results, not going to get much ground for stand on. The incumbents right now in first term, no, there are people who doubted the result, but we go along, say the man wins. So let's have in town. So you need clean elections, and elections should be getting cleaner, not more fraudulent or more controversial.
So far, Prof, what you go say regarding the political leaders them, they don't be true to the people them we can put them in where we can go to the polls in terms of good governance and protecting the country and democracy. They don't be true so far.
Oh, that's a loaded question. I better be careful how I answer it, right? Because the fact that I get for even pull punches and check myself tells you that freedom of expression in this country now is not what it used to be, say, perhaps under President Kaba. There's a culture of silence. We don't take over. We don't even get public intellectuals there anymore in the country. We can speak truth to power. I think the problem fundamentally in this country is that we don't take leave of the truth, right? Truth is power. And I think Jerry Rollins once said, God is revealed, through the truth. Everything where they go on the country tend to be fake. A lot of fakery. You look at census figures, you doubt the figures. You look at Waske Beke exams, you doubt the figures. So why you not go doubt election result figures where the hated results them, pretty much they not add up. So we get back to the issue of not so much the leaders. Yes, the leaders count because you can get the best institutions, even in America, where Trump come in, he try for, carry out an assault on democratic institutions. So leaders do matter. It matters whether it is a Kaba or a George Weah, as in the case of Liberia, because even in Salone, The word has it that Nakaba prevail on Berawa for ease up and allow for that smooth transition, because it not been once in legacy be tarnished in any way, shape, or form. So leadership matters, and you rule best when you realize that power is about something larger than yourself. And as a leader, you have to represent, embody, and seek for promote, the interest of the people. You have to be responsive to the basic needs of the people. Now, the good governance, they begin. Good governance starts with responsiveness. A government that is responsive to not only the needs and interests of the people, because we're not just about our needs and interests, we also have aspirations. So the governments will also be responsive to the aspiration for develop, for get a better healthcare system, for get a better education system. But what we're finding out in this country is that we are trending backward. I often tell people, they say, I go live my entire life from where I'm born till I die. My country no register one progress. And that is so disappointing. You can't say the same for other African countries. Yes, other African countries, they don't mess up before, but they are picking themselves up. Go to Rwanda. You hardly know, say, war happened there. Yes, Rwanda may not be your example of a democratic state, but it's a state that is considered to be better governed than many other African states there. Why? Because of the emphasis on social provisioning, right? Responding to the basic needs of the people, right? Their interest, their aspiration, and making sure that the government, if you want for let governance strengthen democracy, governance must be accountable, right? Governance must be accountable. And we've seen an erosion of accountability. Now, Salom, it start pretty much under EBK and don't carry over to the present. There's been an assault on the horizontal accountability mechanisms. The most important, the auditors, the ACC, the less anti-corruption, the better, because they just go after low-hanging fruits. They're not serve as an effective accountability mechanism. Forget about Parliament. Parliament not will ever pass law when not in the interest of the parliamentarians. The judiciary is in the worst state it has. So you look at the mechanisms them way for hold them not effective.
All right, continue for the the program. In case you just tune in, the program where you watch now the Liberty Breakfast Show, where they come to you live from the Liberty Online TV Facebook page, and also now we YouTube page. They powered by Orange LEONE. Today na the program where they look at democracy and good governance, how it will be a tool for promote peace and national cohesion. We get Professor Jimmy Kande with we at the program this morning, and now we they introduce we other studio guests where na Valnora Edwin in a good governance expert. A day with we at the studio this morning. Good morning, Valnora, and a pleasure for getting you at the Liberty Studios.
Good morning, a pleasure for being there as well.
All right, we don't start the conversation with Professor Kande. It don't give we from the political scientist perspective. Now we they look at as a good governance expert. Let me just go back to the issues them we don't happen as Salone, even before the June 24 elections, after the June 24 election, lots of issues them we get for do with peace, good governance, don't they happen. The latest one that they all get for do the attempted coup will be happen on the 26th of November on a Sunday morning. Firstly, from a good governance expert point of view, the struggle where Salone they go through, so is it a political struggle?
Again, good morning and a pleasure for dinner. Firstly, I think whatever it is that happened on Sunday, we'll go on for condemn in all its terms, because I think we need forget trust in the state institutions, and wherever we sit, whatever space, whether as citizens, politicians, members of the security sector, if we're aggrieved, we need to utilize those spaces. It don't bring the country even further on in needs than it be already there. And so we condemn that, and we hope, moving forward, we'll go find ways we'll be able for resolve the issue then day. So A couple of things don't they happen, and I think no country day where everything cool and calm and everything they work well. But most importantly, it's about how state institutions then get the capacity for ensure say that they're able for address those challenges the way they occur, for let things not degenerate or for let people then feel aggrieved. One thing we're quick for bring a country down on its knees. Now when the citizens then feel say they know they get justice, when they feel say justice is selective and they not get space for let their voices be heard, they don't matter at all. And I think so over time we don't see that we don't they happen in different forms. We they see the Tombo issue, the issue in McKinney, because I did an investigation on that. The issue we've been Pademba Road with the prisoners, a lot of things and only happen over time. We they see when citizens then they complain. I think if I sit here and say, "Boy, this blackout business is a smack," because you go to other countries, now but wink self the lights not a wink. And if we don't have sustainable energy, there's no way as a country will go develop. But if people say that now, then begin look, this now opposition, this now this, but it's the fact. Let's examine waiting at the fact, waiting at the issue, why people are complaining, and let us try for address them. So these are some of the things, that feeling of not, you say, you know, they matter as a citizen is really underlying, and it touch across people in various forms, all cadres, and that's the main thing what we need for address.
So talking about dancing in the way you don't make mention of how you go describe the way how the BU administration don't able to keep the balance. Because if you make some of them, get some of them kind of conversation here with anybody, now government, instead of looking into the issues here, then go refer you say, now the outcome of the elections, then go send you to, say, oh, now the opposition, they make the country they go to, whose side they go to. The government at this stage don't really accept, say, there is an issue where they make citizens them overall get concerned but waiting to happen?
I think partly they have. But one of the conversations the way as a country we need for stop as a country, because you know the area only from government officials, individuals like me and you. This apportioning opposition and government not the help way. When election done, we don't have voters, we have citizens. And any sitting government, therefore, make sure, say, you are there to render a service to us as the citizens under the social contract. And we get the right for complain, we get the right for criticize you, in the bid that this is what we want, this is the standard we have created. And in a democracy, you have opposition, they'll always be there. But then self gets a responsibility for be constructive, and they also have a responsibility for, they're also part of the governance architecture, they're not separate. Not to pass you see as president, minister, now you they be a member of the, you they be a government. The opposition are part and parcel of the governance architecture. So then self gets a very big responsibility for ensure say there is safety, there is security, and that the government deliver to we the people waiting at the mandate we supposed for the. So partly the government can look into some of them, but at other times, yes, it's like it's the opposition. And I think we need to move beyond that. Let we look at what are the things where they make, where they go beyond as a country. We development, you know, it can tell like we can don't go before then, 2-3 things happen, it take we further behind. And I think say the attitude of opposition then and people then they criticize we because they're not there with we. It block that thought, that critical thinking way for say, oh yeah, we really have an issue with electricity. We really got issue with water supply. The justice sector we need for make sure say, you know, it deliver better. It move the debates, the centrality of the issue, and it go to things that we know really matter.
Ms. Edwin, you just make mention of one important thing where it don't feel like a pattern now. You say if a citizen complain for in rights with you and say blackout pass mark, then go categorize you say you're not anti-government or you belong to the opposition. The issue of fear, it dey na people in mind, because if we self as journalists there now, for like get somebody for talk on issues or for analyze, even that ordinary market to my go put mic before him, hence in no still in the video it is scared. Me I know they talk, I'm afraid. You think say Salone as a nation they go on the right path if anything and they all they happen?
Well, I think maybe it's also the perception. I think we just need for no say We get various layers in governance, in fact. We councillor them, we get members of parliament, and I think say a lot of people now they utilize them adequately. You need for know that you member of parliament be, and instead of you go ask them for your picking school fee, you roof where they leak, you picking where they married, or you be godmammy for something or godaddy for something. Those are the issues you present to them. Because waiting the members of parliament really need for do, and for look at the state institution. So yeah, let's take the light issue as an example. They have oversight over EDSA. Why we not able to get sustainable energy over time, over years, 20 years and more? We still they struggle for get sustainable energy. And when we say so, enough for wink. Or else we not get industries, we not get factory, they will not get good investors then for can we go beef up the private sector and improve on the economy. So we need for utilize then layers of governance then they for tell we MP then say when una sit there you have oversight over EDSA. Una need for investigate what is the problem. Is it the debt way government owe make EDSA not get enough money? Is it that then when we serve the citizens then they go thief lights where very EDSA again and then they go connect to it? What is the problem? And let them sit down and make sure say they fix them, because if we not get water, we not get light correct na salon, we go continue just the toss and turn with the economy, where you go realize say a lot of the unrest and uneasiness they center around.
Alright, Valora Edwin, I name. Continue for the with you at the program. We'll come back to you shortly. And also, you will review the program. Not forget to share the live so that more people will get access to this broadcast. Today, we look at good governance and democracy, how they go work as tool for promote peace and national cohesion na salon. We get Valora Edwin, we a good governance expert, and also on the line we get Professor Jimmy Kande, we na professor of political science. Yusuf can drop your comments na the comment section. We go come through them shortly. Well, we continue to look at this issue, and we all know plenty people are free from where this week begin to now. Don't they experience one other social commodity where challenge don't they when our political leaders them for ensure say it in place, and this social commodity now fuel where we notice say same for shots na free tongue. We don't know how we day na other parts them na the just now some parts in Africa also we notice say people don't they struggle for get fuel all the days. Yeah.
Most of the station where they go and say they sell. So then like this Malado station, we come for come by and to this and they sell you. So not really easy for you. But so now they find it difficult because they say fuel day down at the whole market, but so we can't say I don't know what's they go on.
I tell for government. I beg the fair business, let on a first let fair go down. Or if not 30,000 they say because from now we fair so we not able to survive with your family then.
Well, we go continue for monitor the fuel situation across the country as we don't talk to different sets of people, bike riders that we don't express concern over the shortage of fuel across the country. For Liberty TV Online, me na Al Hassan Kurma, the report.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Orange.
So you know all we online platform then Facebook and YouTube powered by Orange Sierra Leone. We'll continue the program, and the theme they look at this morning now good governance and democracy, how we will be a tool for promote national cohesion. We'll be talk to earlier Valnora Edwin, we're a good governance expert, and we'll go over now to Professor Jimmy Kande, we're a professor of political science. Prof, you just listen to a clip where reporter Alassane Koma Bingo na some parts them na the city outside Liberty Online TV notice say fuel don dey shorting. Amidst all the issues them where they go on now na the country, and fuel na one when a political commodity. All of the issues there, so you think say na contributing factor to the issues them where salon people they facing now?
Obviously, the fuel crisis just the compound all the other problems we they face now this country, because fuel price increase they pretty much lead to increase in prices for all commodities across the board, transportation, any goods and service where you get for pay for, it will increase as a result of the sky. To forgive you an example, about 2 years ago, fuel price, you did spend less than 1 million for full up your tank. Now you need over 2 million for full up your tank. You know, the price keep going up, then tell me saying that because of the dollar in or the leone in depreciation against the dollar, because then get for pay for the fuel in dollars. So even where global fuel price they go down, we only go up because of the leone in rapid depreciation, which has been almost 100% in the last 2 years or so. So that's not part of the problem. But again, it really gets at a fundamental issue about governance. We just cannot shoot straight. If you want for increased price, why then get for hot fuel first? Somebody's got to be in charge. Who cares? Who are they in charge? This cannot happen in a well-governed state. No. Now the government they in charge. Who are they hot fuel? But again, when you ask people them way they in the know, then they'll tell you there's a lot of complicity on the part of them when they in position of authority. Now I make the fuel situation, they're not able to resolve them, because all kind of kishi involved in them. It's not a straightforward business. So then they pretty much shortchange with people then constantly, because not only you get for deal with high fuel price, you also get for deal with all the yagba where for any time they want to raise price, then get for get shortage first. No. Other country, then fuel price they go up, they know safe. That's where you go now the pump for pump you fuel. Now they realize say fuel price don't go up or it don't go down. But yeah, you get for get shortage first. And somebody waiting in the know tell me say there's always fuel. That most of this shortage, they now pretty much people then they try for manipulate, pricing and hot fuel in order that then go gouge, It's all about price gouging, really. So yes, the fuel situation just worsened. People the average experience on a daily basis of living a decent life here. If somebody like we they complain about how things don't strong na salon, how all man dog eye they run blood day like today. You can imagine how the average Sanuma got as much as are not rich, but are not poor, but still things stronger for me na salon. So you can imagine waiting it be for the average, individual. When then they take light, ETSA take light. Sometimes in day you want buy fuel for generator, but fuel not available.
Well, let we talk about the issue we get for do with the dialogue after the elections. Also, say the Peace Commission be initiate after the elections. Also, say the Peace Commission be initiate a dialogue where international body then come for mediate between the government and the opposition party, the APC. They be sign a communique. They don't start for do some of the things them where they inside this communique. And we see after the attempted coup, His Excellency the President will address the nation in a way where a lot of people on the describe say now a voice of national cohesion the President be used. After that, we see a delegation from the ECOWAS again come. Also then get a meeting with President Bio. He say now the opposition responsible for the mayhem na the country. In campaign extensively all over the country, and he believes say he win the elections. If a dialogue already there, communicate there, and then they talk two conflicting things them, you think say both parties willing for do wetin inside that communicate there?
I think the leaders them of both parties they share a common interest. To be quite honest with you, all these fet not to for democracy. They're not the fit for democracy. They're not the really fit for put. The president say the events of when was it a week ago or so was an assault on our security, and he's correct. It was an assault on our security, but he's also saying an assault on with democracy. We'd already the assault with democracy before now. From Anes to even the incumbent. So they don't they assault democracy. It wasn't an assault on. We are not a functioning democracy. Don't forget that. We were a fragile electoral democracy. And for let that fragile democracy they mature, you get for allow for elections to be cleaner, for election results to be non-contestable or whatever. So again, coming back to the issue of the dialogue, yes, that was the only way to resolve the situation in my mind. They don't get for the whole election again. I don't feel say the country get our money for whole election again or whatever it is, although they get money for spend on all kind of presidential advisors and rights specialists and what have you. So the dialogue occurred because there was an interest on the part of the opposition. Them didn't get their own demand them. And most of them demand really not get for do with the average Joe or Jill out there. It get for do with return of their properties and things of that nature, and going back to parliament, getting back pay and all of that, okay? So the dialogue will occur, and the fact that it resolved the situation, at least for the time being, it not surprise me at all, because when you look at the political class in this country, there is more that unites them, which is corruption, than disunites them. The one the way they fit, now the ordinary people them. Because for them, this ethnic card, this tribalism, now they undermine the attempt for low come together, for low effect against corruption, for low resist bad governance. How you go resist bad governance where the other man say, but me on thief man better pass you on thief man? It becomes very, very difficult. So if you look at the grassroots, they are more wedded to this tribal politics, this ethnic logic, when it comes to, determining their loyalty or what to do politically. Whereas if you look at the political class, the elite, it don't really matter. And they go with the flow. They get people APC turn SLPP turn APC, just depending on the side and feel say them great with butter.
All right,
so
Professor.
The dialogue not surprise me. Go ahead, ma'am.
Come to you shortly. I bring Valnora Edwin into the conversation again. Of course, you back watch the clip just now, and I guess you don't observe from where the week starts to now. We see this shortage of fuel don't begin the increase na fritongia outside with the sea. And we don't hear it from what Professor don't say forum. The political leaders them a lot they will unite them in terms of corruption and other issues them within can they in governance compared to waiting and suppose for the do really for let the people them get waiting then suppose forget after waiting can don't sign the social contract where elections them can don't pass. So now at this stage, this strategy of bringing in same political leaders in at the table for like example signing a communique, na strategy where they work for like at the end of the day salon people them get waiting and deserve.
It's a good strategy. Because as you know, I wear many hats, including being in the Peace Commission, and I know how much dedication, how much time, how much sleepless nights and energy and emotion and passion were put into that process. It is a good strategy because what happens at the end, as citizens will get something for hold them accountable.
But it work?
Over the years, it has been a challenge where even when election they come, some of which they draw people their attention that to elect person who get for move beyond this na my brother, na my sister, we come on there in the same village, we also been go to school together and look at the leadership quality, the skills, the competence, the team where this person get around her for move this nation forward. Unfortunately, and we draw them, I make them documents they are good. Whether na TLC, whether na the dialogue, whether it's the communique, now I don't think they can draw people their attention to say, how do you see commitment on either side for move them processes they are forward? And then why for be the benchmark through which you are able for look people and think say, yes, them people here can steer the ship of Sierra Leone forward. Unfortunately, most citizens they look at from that angle. And that does not mean it is a bad process. Because what thing happens so following the election, all those dialogue, it's part of our history. It's a narrative we will get for telling years to come. Like how they talk about the TRC report and the TRC process. So it is something we the citizens then get for take for continue for hold the government accountable, the opposition accountable, that you get for seek the interest of the citizens. Some of we don't go outside Sierra Leone. Nobody know they ask you whose ethnic group you be. Nobody know whose political party. They see you Sierra Leone. Recently, I meet people away come on Papua New Guinea. I was abroad, Solomon Island. They've never heard about Sierra Leone. When you talk, they're excited. Where is Sierra Leone? Most countries where they don't know Nigeria, you say West Africa, near Nigeria. They say, oh, okay, I can say Google. And one thing we post in Google, we beaches the 9 and see. Lovely. I was so pleased. So nobody know they go ask you whose political party they, whether na president, whose team makes so. They want to see Sierra Leone. So we get for move the conversation, the debate, the engagement about Sierra Leone as a nation. These governments, they come and go, but we the people remain. And these people who sit in these spaces are also citizens of Sierra Leone. We also get forget the pride and the passion for let the narrative of Sierra Leone change. It goes sad now for make any time now where you go type Sierra Leone, they go see whether it's attempted coup, whether it's mutiny, whether it's unrest. Now, first go pop up. But few weeks ago or few months ago, what was popping up? You they see visit Sierra Leone, you they see this and that. A lot of people, they push for you market the country so that we can have investors, so that private sector go develop, so that the economy go boom, where the standard of living as basic as it is go be at least meaningful.
So at this stage, who that need for do waiting for that pathway salon democracy be done they go be strengthened rather than we going back to waiting happen November 26.
Now we all. When you look your phone, the people the way they send the worst set of message, not to government people, now like me and you. See, some people then sit down in diaspora, now then they incite. Now then they send wrong thing. Now then they send audio. They send all kinds of things, saying bad things about the country. The people who sit in government did not fall from the sky. They were citizens like you and me. Today, tomorrow, any one of we can be president. Any one of we can be minister. Any one of we can be members of parliament. So we are first citizens in our different spaces until we assume these offices. But the people then where they create the greatest problem are we the citizens. The people wait for no better. Now we they mislead. We say, oh, the young people are gullible. Then they mislead other people. Who that they do? Now then people away, then they look say these are people who are knowledgeable. These are people who are exposed. These are people who don't travel. These are people who, in their view, are intelligent. They are educated. They are enlightened. They are the ones who mislead people. So we all, each and every one of we have a responsibility for ensure say we give a correct narrative. We have a responsibility for hold we state institutions and we public officials they accountable. As professors say, if fear no dey, somebody is accountable. Why you forget shortage? Why every time when fuel for increase, shortage get for day? And it can create to so many other. Now you gonna market things are so expensive. And when fuel they go up, everything they go up. If they go double. So somebody has to be held accountable. We taxpayer money now set up their institutions then they. Now then they pay them people and they wait they in their institutions then they. And when the role where you for play, it begin go bad, something they go wrong, we have to hold you accountable. You get for explain to me what is going on. Why this for continuously they happen. We all get for make sure say the narrative change by being responsible citizens.
All right, continue for the with we. We will come back shortly. We will go for a short break and can continue the discussion as today na the Liberty Breakfast Show. We will look at how good governance and democracy go work as tool for peace and national cohesion na the country. We will come just now and go get for read on a comments na the comment section. Let me take a short break.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone.
Orange.
Travel na fine thing, and he always dey come with full responsibility.
No believe nobody for old bag na airport. I like it dressed like a salad. We staff them there for help you, not afraid for ask for help. Even if the one we come for help you look innocent, not fully yard by property. We hardworking staff and there for make you feel safe and secure. Not afraid for talk to anyone from them. Make sure say you bag lock fine and seal fine for let person not go tamper with them. For let you travel with. Seen the like drugs, or you go get big trouble. The law not go take and not be no and not be no. Travel suffer, take your journey. Enjoy the sky with collapse.
Welcome back to the Liberty Online TV breakfast show where they come to you now. We Facebook and YouTube channel them. We still get Professor Jimmy Kande with we na the program, and also Valnora Edwin, we na a good governance expert. The theme of the look at this morning now how good governance and democracy go be tool for peace and national cohesion. Well, we continue the conversation, but quickly let me just go back to una viewers them and read some of the contribution them way una don they make. I go read from the YouTube page. This one where they come out from Rakia Natala, they say, kudos our professor. If we have many like you, then Mama Salon will be better.
And on the Facebook page, Roland Beresford Georgestone, they say the lessons that brought about the civil war have not been learned, and Sierra Leone is falling backwards into a place we don't want. Both parties have failed in addressing the issues, and tribalism and regionalism has taken the center hold. The truth must be said and addressed, or else the outcome will be bleak if last Sunday's event must be stopped.
All right, from Aminata Sisena YouTube, they say Valnora is saying all the good things, but our leaders, I hope they will listen to some of her suggestions. Mystic,
na the Facebook page, Mystic Nadwazakse, Valnora Edwin, good to hear from my favorite CSO. She has done tremendous in her analysis. She focuses on the issues, not personality. Keep it up, my lady.
All right, so now continue for send on our comments them now both YouTube and Facebook, and also continue for share the program so that other persons will get the opportunity for the part of the conversation this morning. We continue and we go now to Professor Kande, as in a professor in political science. They give you some analysis this morning about the current state of affairs, and according to him, it says Salon they go through a political struggle. Prof, one other issue again, since after the November 26th incident, now several arrests don't they happen, and yesterday we get an information say officers then be go na the house of the APC organizing secretary when by Mahmoud and they arrest him. If we talk about heading towards peace and national cohesion, you think say arresting of the opposition na a good trend for achieve peace?
I will address that briefly, then also say a few words about waiting Valnora been get for say, for clarify some issues here. In terms of arresting opposition members, it depends on the degree of their complicity. It depends if they be involved. Me not in any position for say whether opposition elements they involve. I know say some security detail of some opposition members then be allegedly involved in this attempted coup. So I guess you follow the evidence. But if then just they go on a witch hunt, begin get at people, then you don't know where that's gonna stop. That the one they were involved in this or where they feel seen are the mastermind behind them. And if they get proof of that, then they get every right for go after them. But I don't see how things really don't go bad in this country. I get one me party with them and go lock up for almost 2 weeks without charge because of some lily kuskas will be happening at Lunsa. We not get nothing for do it, But again, like I said, I just hope they're going after the right people. But a few points I think I need for address. I know Valnora, they emphasize the need for accountability, and I could not agree with her more on that. But how you go bring that accountability thereabouts, where the government hell-bent on undermining accountability? Look how long, Lara Pias and Tamba Momo, they don't be out of office because they were doing a good job. We need independent people, them where they carry out them function without fear of favor. So how you go get accountability even when you look at the political party system? Now they don't go to the PR system. We're going to make the MP then less accountable to the one the way they vote, then more to the patron than the party, because now they therefore determine whether they will be on the party list. Valnora make another point about citizen responsibility, which I think is very valid, which I think is very important. It's the same thing as saying that we need law-abiding citizens. But how we go get responsible citizens and law-abiding citizens, where the lawbreakers them, now among the lawmakers and the law enforcers them. They fed corruption or lawlessness from below. You defect them from above. So if we want responsible citizens, we need leaders them where they lead by example. So we all will be law abiding, because this is now one of the most lawless countries there I don't ever, get for live. I love my country, but it's increasingly lawless, more so now than it has ever been. So that's one other issue that I've been want to address briefly. But also, coming back to this accountability issue, one of the things that I don't notice in this country now is the virtual silence of a lot of the CSOs. The CSOs, the civil society organization, then be more assertive when Kababin Day. But since Ernest, they don't begin fall back in the shadow. They become less assertive. They not even issue press releases or seek for represent the people. There are many factors involved in that some of the CSOs have been captured by incumbents, and that not to salon no more they happen. So
you think say na fear or na the space for let the CSO participate in governance not too open anymore?
That's another, it's not a monocausal explanation at all. That's another factor, fear. And also this afraid don't make plenty people, they're not even able, they don't want to say nothing. I get party the way you bring politics talk into the say, bra, who don't hear all this while. Una we come and now una get freedom of expression. We not get freedom of expression here. I say, are you kidding? They call ourselves a democracy. So fear is a factor. But also waiting they undermine some of them CSO they have back. Now party politics. I remember I do a consulting work for USAID in 2011-2012 on governance, democracy in a saloon. And one of the group that will be seek for sponsor na APIA and APWA, the women's organization, all political parties, women's organization, association, as well as the youth one, because we feel say they cut across political parties and ethnic groups. But what you find out eventually, we even recommend funding from the US government for the organization. But what you can find out later on is that many of the organizations, they're not able to resist the same kind of capture where other CSOs, they're not able to resist. So there is that factor as well, the undermined from within by partisan politics and also by this ethno-regional polarization who they deal with, who they deal with in the country. I think one of the callers make the point. One of the caller or whatever made the point about how the conditions them will lead to war. Now this country in the 90s are still with us. They are even worse today than it was in the 80s when some of we left this country for go study. And the reason why most of we spend with prime years that people country was because the conditions here were worsening. Yes, some of we begin reach retirement age, decide, hey, we want to come back, live the rest of our life in our country. But it's so depressing where they live your life now a community or a country or a society where they go before. Because you feel so get every right for go before. We get the resources there, we get the brain power, now the leadership more than anything else.
So as a political professor, what you go advise the need for be done or recommend the need for be done for fix the thing them where they go wrong in a salon? Because earlier when you be the talk, you see a lot of fake business and they happen right now. What you go advise?
I think we get for really start with two institutions, the educational system and the judicial system. The judicial system highly politicized, but even the educational system don't become highly politicized. Two imperatives now they drive education as alone today. The cash imperative, a lot of cash for grades, lot of cash for grades. Now make the Peking they not the land. The universities are not educating our children. In fact, I get a friend who been they look at Frobe College. He glad he went Peking end up na Frobe College. He end up na Limkonkuin because he will get a better education there. He get a better structure. So you get for really look at the education. We've got it all wrong in the educational sector. We they promote spying, cheating in the educational sector now. Because one let the grades they look good. People when they pass Beke Waske or we qualify for pass Beke Waske. So we got to attack that problem, and it starts with credibility. You get for put people in their institution and they for lead their institution, and we go after all of them corrupt practices there. We go clean up the system, but then get forget our mandate. And the people will get a mandate because the one day we forget a mandate, they're not interested in that. They're more interested in, securing support and maintaining silence in these institutions. So the intelligentsia they're missing in that. You look at the judiciary. I always describe them as the bastion of corruption. Where you they get right in a case. They get ruling from judge until you go, grease in palm with some brown envelope. And that is so rampant. If without the rule of law, forget about democracy.
All right, Prof. Continue for the tune of the program.
Starts with the rule of law.
All right, Prof. Continue for the tune of the program. They bring in Valnora, listening to Professor Kande. He make one very important point about una within the CSO space, and you don't did it for a very long time now. And according to that, the space don't they shrink, and he believes say na afraid for come out, talk on issues, or maybe even issue out press release. And even we self as a journalist, would they struggle now for get people them for talk on certain issues?
Interesting points. So let's start with myself. I retire. I've been in this space. I don't work 23 years. I've been maybe forefront, maybe for about 15, 18 years. And in my view, other voices they get for come. So I've retired. So maybe when I get me, so I'm not going to forget me back. So it's not about fear or anything, but I've stepped back and want to see other people come on board. You just not go get the one voice. There are a couple of things because he mentioned USAID, they can normally get this, they have, I've forgotten the name, but they have an institution we can do assessment of the civil society space. Under ECOWAS, you have the civil society, they have Wadimus, they have Waxoff, also can do analysis of waiting at the space for civil society. And over the years, we see like the shrinking space. Because if you look at within the ECOWAS space, you see a lot of military issues and they're not very open to civil society engagement. So there are many factors in Sierra Leone. The funding issue is one. And as Prof also mentioned, the issue around the ethnicity and regionalism also don't infiltrate. And it goes back to my point about citizens' responsibility. We are first citizens. We owe a lot more to a country than to political party affiliation or even ethnicity in that sense. I'm proud of the ethnic group where I belong, but I think are they able for show much more pride as a Sierra Leonean than for say now I go make seminar Creole no man inside salon. And even then they all they mix, we all they mingle, we are all friends and all of that. But I exhibit I'm a Sierra Leonean much more than my own personal ethnicity. Unfortunately, we're not able for rise above that, we're not able for think national, we're not able for get a vision, get a standard, and how in your own space you can able for move the country forward. So that has infiltrated civil society as well. So I come back to my point where I say we have a citizen's responsibility for ensure say in whatever space you see them, you get for own your country, you get for own processes, you get for think objectively. And I think if they say the right thing in the right way, they know say you committed, you know what you depend, nobody know who can chase you. Because it's the fact, it's the truth. But people, they compromise a lot based on this survival issue, based on this, I therefore social day with them, and it's destroying the country. If I sit down and say, but light get problem, it doesn't mean that the government are hit. My taxpayer money is going to EDSA. It is EDSA, I think, needs to stand up. It is the parliamentary committee where they play oversight on EDSA, now need for wake up more and ensure say, you make sure say electricity is sustainable. It is not about a president, a minister, a whole bunch of appointees. It's about those state structures where we taxpayer money they pay, where we need them for do the job for which they are appointed. I think if a lot more CSOs come from that approach, we'll get the space and the forum for get a healthy conversation.
All right, many thanks to you, Valera Edwin, for joining me at this edition of the Liberty Breakfast Show. Now, with that, we take us your parting word for this edition of the program. We hope say we're going to get you because one person where we can always on say, for left the civil society space yet, people in need for the hearing from voices them where they speak truth to power. Thank you when you come to the studio.
I quickly would go over to Professor Kande as I don't deal with we this morning. And Prof, you don't listen to all of the submission them way Valnora make going forward. What do you think say as Sierra Leonean we for do for maintain peace and national cohesion?
I think we need a leadership with a sense of mission, a sense of purpose, with the country interest before everything else. We now seem for don't get that leadership since President Kaba. My parting words is that you cannot expect to have responsible citizens without responsible leaders. We people them poor. Our people may be misled. They cannot lead themselves. Poor people never led themselves historically to a point where their communities develop. Now that make we get leader them. But then leader they are not, then they manipulate with people them so that we so fixated on waiting divide we rather than waiting for unite we. And the potential of waiting unite we more powerful than waiting the divide we. But who that they benefit from then division there, now the leader them, not so the ordinary man in Fakai or in village. So again, if we want law-abiding citizens, we want responsible citizens, we need leaders who can lead by example, not by simply mouthing platitudes and so forth. I'll leave it at that for today. Thank you very much again for having me.
All right, Professor Jimmy Kande, thank you very much where you joined the Liberty Breakfast Show this morning. Now, so they end the program, but don't forget, we'll continue this particular conversation on net. Now we one-on-one program where they come to you every Monday to Friday, 8 o'clock na net to 8:30. Now for tuning, as we continue the same topic na net, we will get more people them we go join the conversation. Mina Khadija Bangura they say have a good day.
And Mabel Kabade say goodbye.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone.